$5 Games presents Lost Technology. This intimidating game has some rough edges. Rough as in the window is oddly shaped and the translators didn't realize you could scroll this menu. But several reviewers have put in 100 hours into this game, and a couple have even put in 1,000. The story begins that no human kingdom has lasted more than 50 years. The main red faction is being quite prosperous at 48 years, but something seems to be a bit suspicious with the king dying and the kingdom being left to his granddaughter, who may be being manipulated for some nefarious purpose. But that's the plot before choosing a faction. See, you choose one of 12 factions and each has their own start, events, and ending. I chose the Lizardmen because I noticed the difficulty was 1 star. Why did I do that? Because all of these windows intimidate me. The game is broken up into 2 parts. One is managing your empire on the overworld and the other is combat. The end goal is conquering the entire world. You lose if your capital gets taken. You can increase your relationship with neighboring countries in order to have them join you in battles in exchange with not invading them. However, according to something I read, there seems to be something regarding your units running away or causing problems in the endgame if your relationship is too high for any of them. Units can be moved around freely in your territories, but certain actions like recruiting and attacking exhaust those units, preventing further actions. Apparently, they can still move after being exhausted to defend places, which would have been good to know when I left 3 territories and my capital unguarded. But anyways, the more territories you have, the more income and potential recruits you have. Your regular troops will also passively level up each turn, even if they don't fight. Battle is actually done as a real-time strategy game. However, unlike most real-time strategy games that I'm used to, your units don't quite go in a straight line towards where you click. Rather, where you click is where your unit's formation is going to set up, meaning that frequently the forces along the edges just stand there and don't do anything. You can select units individually, but it's also the main button which is used to move your units. Supposedly you can select more than 1 unit at a time, but every time I did that, it selected all of the units who were part of that squad, leading towards the same problem. Conveniently, you can right-click skills and abilities to force your units to not use them, as most attacks are done automatically. However, summons and techniques have presets that do need to be clicked in order to use. There are different modes, such as one where you're given a squad and is a roguelite experience. Overall, the rounds do go by fast, and although controlling units isn't as precise as I want it to be, that's just something I need to plan out for. Like I noticed in the top right the health bar of all of my units, and when one of them got low, I was able to successfully move him out of the way. But a different time, the guy seemed to ignore me and continued attacking until he died. I mean, in my eyes, it's his own fault. Anyways, subscribe. I do 5 games each week until I get to 100 videos. That's a wrap for this game. Consider picking this game up instead of a lizard.